Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. I know Ed is streaming. I didn't want to stream on top of Ed, but I don't expect many of y'all to be in here. I did not watch Professor Black Truth's video on the whole DJ Envy and whatever his name is, Pena, whatever his name is, um, and the scamming and the fact that he was already in prison before. Once again, another Jay Morrison situation, kind of, sort of. Um, anyway, I'm gonna freestyle this, but I want to speak about this system, this society, and individuals taking advantage. And this is both black individuals, black adjacent individuals. So that's like the hood swaggy ass white dudes, the small hats that we let chill with us, the Italian or excuse me, not South Asian, but the South European, the Mediterranean Europeans that we let chill with us, that kind of know the ins and outs sometimes of the black community, the other black individuals, and obviously the system as a whole that take advantage of black people's desperation. They see us, they hear us, they know we want to be put on, they know we want to make money, they know we want to live the nice life, and they take advantage of our desperation. The political system, like I said, the swaggy ass white dude and white girl, the Latinos, the Asians, the other black people, they know, right? And that's what I want to respond to. um I'm gonna play this clip. Is pretty long. It's about maybe 7.5 minutes long, of Professor Mercer Baradaran. She did also do an interview with Philip Shock Matthews from years ago. So that's the clip I'm gonna play. And then she also did it. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Once again, fair use, fair use, fair use. I'm not playing the whole thing. I'm playing a little clip. She and of the her speaking to Philip. Um, and then we're also gonna play Tone Talks for a couple minutes. Something that he said on his right. Something that he said. Um, that's only about 2 or so minutes. But we're first gonna play um Philip Philip Shock Matthews speaking to Mercer Baradaran about 5 years ago now, right? About 5 years ago. And let's see if we can get the right clip. And you already know Mr. Z and his shoestring budget. I will be putting the links in the description after. This was kind of last minute. I didn't know if I wanted to go live or not, but I wanted to speak about this because like I said, I'm gonna freestyle. But I just want to speak about people in general taking advantage of knowing that black people are like our financial situation, and us wanting to just be American. You get what I'm saying? And be upwardly mobile and like wanting to live the nicer life, right? I want to throw Chrissy in there also. And these people taking advantage of our desperation. So let me play Philip Shock Matthews speaking to Mercer Baradaran, Professor Mercer Baradaran, author of the book Color of Money. Um, and yeah, we'll play this, and y'all let me know what y'all think of it on the back end. And here we go.
So this was real good. Well, when what Nixon does is there's two. We also don't tell the civil rights story, right? We think that like the 64 and 65 acts are like a fait accompli. We fixed it, and that wasn't even the start. Everyone, Johnson, King, Black Power movement, everyone understood that we were just beginning because we had to roll back all of this other crap, right? The redlining and all this other stuff. And so Nixon, so there's all of this violence in the North, right? Because civil rights basically dealt with like the hardest, stupidest edges of discrimination, which was like the white only sign and the Klan and like but it didn't deal with these segregated markets. And so you've got this violence and protests, right? Not just random violence, but real acts of protest in these northern ghettos saying, we demand equality. We're in Harlem cost you like $2,000, and to buy it in the suburbs cost you $300, right? So they were going to these lenders, and there's urban crisis, and of course the Kerner Commission, which was 50 years ago, says like this is a huge problem. White society created it. This is unfair. All this stuff. And so Nixon has to deal with it, right? And I think the '68 election is the most pivotal election in our nation's history, and I think it really could have gone any other way that would have been better. I mean, George Romney on the right was really understanding.
Mitt Romney's father was kind of heroic. He was like, "Look at the hell." And I cited and you cited it, and I went back and I did the research, and I said, "Well, what the hell happened?" Because the son did
I think you can tell the story of I think you can tell the story of the Republican Party between George and Mitt. What happened? Because George, I think, is really that last type of Republican who is like a Nelson Rockefeller who understands that civil rights is important, that there should be forward motion. I mean, George Romney talks about the white suburbs being a noose around the black ghetto. He tries to push these integration programs, and of course Nixon pushes him out of the administration. And then on the left, there was Bobby Kennedy, of course, who understood the problem and would have pushed forward, and any of the other Democrats would have. But then you have Nixon, and Nixon understands that he has built his coalition. He is in power by nature of the Southern Coalition, and we understand that part of that is law and order. But the other part of that is black capitalism. I think that we forgot about. And this is the story I'm trying to tell is on the table, post, in the end of the civil rights era, there are two different routes. There's integration, which is being actively pursued by a bunch of reformers, right? The Fair Housing Act is just passed in 1968, so people understand that we need to fix this. And then the Black Power movement is demanding reparations, so capital, real, economic change. And Nixon sort of deflects both and cuts through the middle. He co-opts the language of the Black Power movement. He says, yeah, I'll give you black power, have black capitalism, right? But what black capitalism, so he feels like he's pushing forward. It feels like he is, but what he's doing is he's scuttling both sides, and he's saying the market will fix it. And what black capitalism means is nothing. It is a few, deposits into black banks, help to minority businesses. This stuff that we still
puts air quotes for help.
Kind of have this minority business myth, and of course the Supreme Court says in 1989 that you can't help minority businesses because that's reverse discrimination. But Nixon really starts, this whole framework, and affirmative action also is Nixon. So this was like nobody lobbied for this. Neither group was pushing hard, but he takes the wind out of both movements and kills the Black Panthers. I mean, his FBI essentially, neuters the Black Panthers just by actually physically killing them.
Literally, that's how we feel in prison today.
Right.
Yeah. Like I told you, Phil, this is one to unpack. As a group, blacks are far more unbanked than any other race. 60% of the black population is unbanked or underbanked, while 20% of whites are in the same category. That's a huge number.
Yeah. That's actually what started me down this road, because my first book was about the problem of unbanked and banks creating banking deserts around the country. And, as banks conglomerate, they leave lower profit areas. There's a ton of people who don't have bank accounts and who have to pay the payday lenders and the check cashers. And you see these payday lenders and check cashers in these neighborhoods. And as I ran the numbers, the racial disparity was stark. I mean, it had nothing to do with poverty. It was really starkly racial.
It was right in your face, yeah.
It was right in my face. Like, what explains this? And so I started digging around, and I thought, well, maybe black banks were the solution. And so I started looking into these black banks, and then I felt like it was a can of worms. And as I said before, it took me 8 years to piece together this story because I thought the story was simply of bank discrimination and a lack of trust by black communities, a legitimate lack of trust. I mean, look at the Freedmen's Bank and look at all the ways that banks exploit those communities. But what I found was much starker, much worse than what I thought I would find when I started, because it's bigger than a banking story. It's an economic story. And so now these numbers, of course, they make sense.
Sure.
Banks don't want to lend in these areas. They've been abandoning them for years, and the black banks are not able to do it in a segregated banking system.
Absolutely.
The black banks are the only ones offering loans to certain sectors. And so I'm not against black banks. I think that we should absolutely support black banking, but to put the whole onus of the racial wealth gap on black banks is deeply cynical, and it's a decoy.
So when y'all hear me, first of all, that's why they call him Tricky Dick for, for the boomers that their parents were alive back then, and they'll tell you Nixon's nickname was Tricky Dick. Number one, number two, this is why y'all see me look iffy and sideways when brothers start talking about where we need to put our money, how we need to spend our money, and the problem is that we spend our money in Jordan and Weave and all this other foolishness. Are you sure about that? Right? That is Professor Mercer Baradaron doing the interview and to answer Demetrius' question, who said, "Who's this?" Um, that is Professor Mercer Baradaron, who is speaking to Professor. She was doing an interview with Philip Shock Matthews. I'm going to put all the links in the description after the video. My apologies for not putting it before the stream. Um, but yeah, I'm playing that, and I should have recorded that other segment earlier on in the interview where Mercer goes over um um kind of reconstruction and the Freedmen's Bank and how that was put together and how essentially once again they took the Freedmen's Bank money and gambled it in speculation on railroads, and obviously the money disappeared and nobody was prosecuted except for like one black banker, but of course, right? And we already know bankers don't go to jail, but of course a black banker did, but of course. um so I say all that to say the system always been knowing. They know. Who did I cover months ago? And y'all know this cat. Maybe he's like Mediterranean European descent. I forgot his name. Not Gary V. The other cat that's middle age, white dude that all these black younger dudes were like following behind at one point. So one of y'all gonna put his name down eventually. I covered him months ago. They had to be like 7, 8 months ago. I covered this guy. Maybe 6 months ago. Yeah, and like he got caught up in something with black people, with black young men some months ago. So like everybody knows about our desperation, man, right? And I'm this video once again is about the whatever his face is that got caught up with DJ Envy and the whole debacle, etc., etc. Um, yeah, people know about our desperation. They know, right? And we're not given the full knowledge. We're not given everything that we need to know. Um, and people are just taking advantage of our ignorance of the system, or just taking advantage of us in general, taking advantage of our little bit of money that we were able to store away, right? So I'm coming in to say these people are taking advantage of our desperation. And like that's the name of the game. It seems that's the name of the game for the South Asians that moved to this country, for the East Asians that moved to this country, right? For the Latinos, right? For certain black immigrants, for certain even ADOS and FBA, the game is to take advantage of unsuspecting black people in their desperation, right? Knowing that black people are desperate and to take advantage of it. Knowing that black people want to see a win, knowing that black people want to see, want a happy ending. Maybe not in that way, but a happy ending, right? And taking advantage of it, right? So we'll play the clip that kind of inspired this. Once again, fair use, fair use, fair use. And this one is not nearly as long, so y'all bear with. And this is Tone Talks speaking. And here we go. Wait a minute, that's not what I wanted to play. Wait a minute. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Hopefully this is the one. If not, then I messed up.
The biggest and most obvious red flag with that DJ Envy flipping inject stuff was all that fake for my people community altruism talk. That's all he kept talking about. But then he showed the rent checks, people's actual lives in his hand, and he got no regard. He has no understanding that you're trying to talk about people buying homes that might not have the credit to buy a car. Talk about it. So that's 44%. What am I saying? 44%. In union. I just want to talk about the framing because that's when you get to the class, everybody in there. You have to write your FICO down. Let us know that so we can know if we should even let you pay your 99.
So I guess I'm trafficking a little bit on BGS's territory with the doom porn a little bit, right? So my apologies, BGS. I'll be off your territory in a minute. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me, right? But so you know, I'm coming to y'all with this because like I know it ain't that easy. Like I grew up in the black community around other black people and other minority groups, but mainly other black people from across the diaspora, but mainly ADOS. So I know it's not that easy, and these people are like taking advantage of us knowing like people want to see a win, and people want to see a win now. So we might cut corners. We might, hey, oh, you got some investment ideas? Oh, and it won't take me 20 years, 30 years of storing my peanuts and of doing this pension thing and this 401k thing to have like between my house and my retirement and everything have 1.5 million dollars stored away for me to retire for this next 20 years before I die, 15 years before I die, right? 25 years if I'm super lucky before I die. Oh, that's nice, right? They know that. Excuse me. So everybody's pretty much taking advantage of that. Everybody's pretty much taking advantage of that, right? And we're left held in the bag, right? And it's the same. By the way, this is one way of taking advantage of people's desperation. The Chrissies of the world are engaging in a whole different way of taking advantage of black women's desperation, right? Those swirler divester chicks are taking advantage of black women's desperation also. So yeah, there's people trying to take advantage of black men's desperation. That's where you get the Gary V's of the world and whatever the name of that other dude, I can't remember his name. He's a bit more stocky, middle age. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I reviewed him and something that he was up to. Coleon, I can't remember this man's last name. Somebody look it up, please, and thank you. But I don't know why I say Coleon anyway. But yeah. But yeah, so whoever takes advantage of black men a particular way, and then takes advantage of, do you have a different group of people taking advantage of black women, but they're all taking advantage of black people's desperation, right? That's what we see going on here. I guess that's the name of the game, right? Take advantage of black people's desperation. Know that black people are desperate and take advantage of their desperation. Know that black people want to see a win and take advantage of their desperation. Right? So, we kind of knew, like, it when you see this stunting ass stuff on these postcards, on these cards, when you see this, like, like DJ Envy and them handing out chains, if you come, that's just not how people move in their investment spaces. That's not how they move, right? Like, this is what DJ Envy's kind of business partner in this case was taking advantage of, is like that swaggy, dope boy, I'm making moves type of thing. And like, that's just not, it's very, look, man, I've been around some of that stuff. It's very cold and stale and boring. Right? For anybody, where's Sauchi when you need them? Anybody that's moving money like that, they'll tell you it's yawn fest. The only reason you interested is for the money. All that swaggy stuff is out the door. You worry about that later, if even. Right? That is not what's going on. And then you got, Pink Book Lessons. Shout out to the sister. It's covering another story of a sister that took advantage of other black women at the tune of some $500,000 that she got to go pay up. She got to serve some years, 4 or 5 years in prison, and then another 4 or 5 years probation. Everybody just take it. I guess that's the name of the game. Maybe Mr. Z, did you not get the memo? The name of the game is to play other people and hope you don't get caught. Right? And because you black, it's to play other black people and hope you don't get caught. Right? Did you not get the memo? Right? So that's the name of the game. Just find ways of selling people their own delusions back to them. Find ways of selling people some type of dream, some type of one-word answer to get over the financial struggle of life. And, you know, right? Or some get-rich-quick scheme thing. Train tracks, train tracks, train tracks, and the train is actually coming. Mr. Z barely made it. Right? Right before the bar went down. But yeah, so yeah, so you know, I definitely want to come to y'all with this because right, it ain't looking good for DJ Envy and all of it. And I'm gonna check out and we might do a part 2 to this. You know, I'm gonna do more research and I'm not gonna say deep dive. But whenever people say deep dive, I'll be like, did you really do a deep dive though? Right? Did you really do a deep dive, or was it really shallow? You watched 1 or 2 videos, you read 1 or 2 articles, and you call it a deep dive. Was it a deep dive? I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of research. Let me be honest with y'all, and then we'll come back and maybe respond to this again, but or react to this again. But yeah, more respond than react. But I don't know if I'm gonna do a whole deep dive on the issue, right? But let's call a thing a thing. This is America, and this, I guess, is the system. And the system is all about taking advantage of people's desperation, black people in this case, desperation, right? So these people are just taking advantage of our desperation. So you got Latinos that group around black people, I guess, Dominicans, and like they just, oh look, black, and you already had served jail time, goddamn, right? And they're just taking advantage of people's desperation, right? And that's all it is, I guess. We know you. We know you're struggling. We know you want to win. We know what it is to be a man. So we're gonna dangle this carrot in front of you of like what crazy ass return, like 20, 30, 40, 50, 40 and 50% return. Like what? I'm not even an investor, but whenever I start hearing stuff like that, I'm like, say what now? What's the return on investment? 40%. I don't know about that. Something about that just don't seem right. Not in these United States of America. Not legally anyway. Right? So I just know that there's something wasn't right with that. But you know, either way, what I'm speaking about is people taking advantage of black people in particular, desperation. And I'm reminding us to be a bit careful because, yes, I know about our position, this permanent underclass. Even Chrissy spoke to it, right? And Chrissy spoke to this years ago. Like, what, black women are not supposed to have any hope? And by the way, Chrislyn Curzon said something similar about black, well, no, not black people, sorry. Chrissy spoke about hope years ago. Chrislyn Curzon spoke about hope years ago, right? And I remember speaking to a young lady that Shay Sade interviewed. This had to be about 2 years ago now, give or take. And yeah, she also spoke about hope. All these people really selling y'all hope, right? Only talking about hope. I just want y'all to know. And yeah, Yvette Carnell did a interview with, and this is when her and Boyce were still somewhat still on talking terms. They still were good. This might be like towards the end of her working with Boyce, but they did an interview, and when Yvette started putting voices back to the wall, you kind of heard that same type of language, selling hope, right? Positivity porn instead of reality, right? So for those of you that don't understand why I played the clip of stupid ass, I'm sorry, y'all. Somebody just, when the fork in the road on the expressway, and then the painted line part, somebody just like drove onto that, and then they looked like they were going to drive back in my direction. So yeah, y'all about to be a witness to the accident because they did it last minute, but then they decided to stay. Anyway, South Florida drivers, y'all, South Florida drivers. I'm just saying. Yeah. So, damn man, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, taking advantage of hope, and I that's what it is, isn't it? Selling people's hope back to them and then taking advantage of it. Selling people's aspirations back to them and taking advantage of it. But in this case, black people specifically, because they're further down and they're more desperate. And you're taking advantage of their desperation. And you sell them this like one-word answer, get rich quick scheme type of stuff. Knowing that they're desperate to have one of these, like, one of these we made it stories. Look, Mom, Dad, in one generation we made it out the hood. Not just made it out the hood, forget that, we made it rich. Right? And there was a lot of this going on. That's why y'all never really saw Mr. Z get into like the conversation about cryptocurrency, and I never will. I won't. If y'all ever hear Mr. Z talking about what you need to start spending, let's say Mr. Z channel blow the hell up. Hey man, I got an idea for y'all. Look, Mr. Z doing this. You need to put your money. Don't listen. They got me. I'm just saying they got me. Right? It's not the same Z, or they got me. I'm not talking about not investing. That is not where I am with it. If you have the money, by all means, if you can play in the market, by all means. What I'm speaking about are these people that keep on taking advantage of people's desperation. Oh, that's what I was talking about. The pink book lesson. Shout out to the sister. Covering the lady that, whatever her name is, that got in trouble and is not gonna have to serve years for scamming. All these people goddamn scamming. Black people, poor people. When they scamming black women, when they're scamming black men, right? Taking advantage of black people's desperation in various forms. Whether you go from swirling divesting talk, or you speaking about real estate, or you speaking about cryptocurrency and any type of, Bitcoin, BitConnect, etc., not Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's been in trouble for anything, right? All these people taking advantage, particularly of particular people. But of course, right? And that's what I'm speaking to. And I think we got to be real careful for this, especially now, especially with this kind of downturn in the economy. And is it really a downturn in the economy? The fact that people are struggling a little bit right now, a lot of it, with this whatever inflation. Shout out to Better You. I'm gonna just start using that. Better You, that was really good. Inflation, whether it's greenflation, stagflation, inflation, stragflation. Oops, y'all heard it here first, right? We just call it inflation. Shout out to Better You. But yeah, and these people are going to take advantage of us, or try to, right? Even Kim Foster said it, what, a year ago now, with this black women in luxury movement thing. How is it that black people are struggling? How is it that we're in the middle of an economic downturn, and yet we talk about luxury lifestyle, right? Thank you, Neymar. This isn't a Disney movie. Excuse me. This isn't a Disney movie. Exactly. Right. And Dre said crypto is the new MLM. While you BSing though. Well, it's after 10. We cursing. While you bullshitting though. For real though, Dre. For real. Yes. I'm not saying not to invest. I don't know crypto. Once again, Mr. Z is not giving y'all advice. I'm just saying. Right. But these Ponzi schemes going on, all of this, and here's the thing. What we're finding now between the DJ Envy's partner and Jay Morrison, these people had already done jail or prison time, and then we turn around and still be patronizing them. I don't know. Look, man, I'm not about burying brothers and sisters after they come out of prison forever, and having them pay their debt forever, even after they pay their debt, through going to prison. I'm not about bamming them upside the head every single day forever after they serve their time. But maybe we should watch you with the money. If put it this way, if you got in trouble for a financial crime, maybe we should be a little skeptical about giving you the money again. I'm just saying, right? You see what I'm saying, King Camo? And King Camo says, gonna be a whole apocalypse out here. This is hysterical. Because I don't know why I hear this in like grandma's voice, right? But gonna be a whole apocalypse out here, tumbleweeds in the streets, and black women gonna be talking about luxury lifestyle. LOL. For real though. Thank you. Cesar Pena is Envy's partner. That's the name I was trying to get out. Thank you, Detro. Right? Oh, Detro, do you remember the name of the cat? Well, you probably weren't a subscriber of mine back then, but I covered him a little while ago, maybe 6 or 7 months ago, maybe even 8 months ago. Cat name, I forget this. He's one of those guys that those investor guys, black young men were really messing with him for a while. I want to say he's like Mediterranean, white European descent. It's not Gary V. It's one of those other cats. I want to say his last name starts with a C, Coleon or Calderon or something like that. Anybody know who I'm talking about? I covered him a little while ago, and like he got caught up with some of this stuff too a little while ago. Look, man, they taking advantage of black people's desperation. Black men. This is, if I'm gonna talk about, and I'm gonna have to say to the brothers, if I'm gonna cover how these sisters are getting caught up with the Chrissies and the Yannies and the Parises, that I gotta pull our coattails sometimes too and be like, hey, these people don't mean us no good neither. Calderon, thank you, Detro, thank you, him, that guy, thank you. And it'll only be a matter of time. Look, man, whenever these white dudes or any non-black person, even black people, come around us with that swaggy stuff and they talking about money and investing, I always start looking at them suspiciously. Whether it's a swaggy ass white dude or it's even one of us as a black person or even ADOS FBA, whenever they start doing this swaggy stuff and they start talking about money, I'm like, I don't know. Right? When they try to sell lifestyle with the money, Grant Cardone. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Detro. Thank you, King Camo, Dell, KW Don. Thank you. Yes, I covered him a little once, bro. I'm telling you. Or once they start selling, especially men in general, but black men specifically, on the hustle culture, I only get half a minute of sleep a day. I get half a minute of sleep a day, and then I wake up and I do this and I do that and I work until my bones hurt, and then I keep on working, and that's how I make my money. Once they start doing that, oh no. Right? Izzy and Detro said, isn't Stormy Wellington with that Grant Cardone dude? I don't know. I don't follow these dudes like that. Like that. that whole Gary V, Grant Cardone, that whole entire sphere of like borderline hustle culture, work yourself to the bone, take your money, invest it in the market, flip it, toss it, flip it here, flip it there, put your money into this crypto, into that, and crypto is the new way to avoid the banks and all that other. I don't follow none of that stuff. I occasionally dip my toe in, maybe see what's going on, and then I'm back out. Like, yeah, I don't follow none of that stuff, bro. Because it just you. I gotta. Oh God, I'm Mr. Z about to sound like the women. It just don't sit right with my spirit. I said that. I said it. Something about that stuff, man. I just be like, I don't know, right? Name her. And Nemesis, Caesar Pena looks like mini Big Pun. I was about to say, nah, don't do that. Nah, Big Pun was way big. You're right, mini Big. Nah, but not even in the face. I'll give it to you, right? But nah, he don't look like Big Pun. He don't look like Big Pun. Nah, he's smaller. You're right. Like the mini part, I get. Right, like the build, but smaller, I get. But face wise, nah. But they got similar skin tone. I get why you saying it, but nah. It's funny though. It's funny, right? And Key Camo says they be like, I wake up at 2:30. What the f are you doing with your life, bro? That hustle. Look, man. Look. I'll give y'all some personal about Z. Some of y'all already know. Z works 2 jobs. I easily put in 70 hours a week. Easily, right? That's why y'all always hear Mr. Z in the car. I'm in the car now. I'm at the gas station. I didn't fill the M up, right? 28-mile range, and that's because I've been being lazy bum. It's not that I can't do it. I've been a lazy bum to put gas. That's why I'm at the gas station. I'm about to fill this whole tank up. I ain't even gonna tell y'all what it's gonna cost. And y'all know by the way, the M37 used the same engine as the 370Z and the G37 coupe and the FX37s. It's all the same 3.7 liter, and they all take premium only. So y'all already know what this ticket is about to cost. But yeah, I couldn't. It's not in me, right? Like how my money is spread and where I got it going and life insurance this and this and that and whatever. But I couldn't do it, man. Sell y'all on. Hey, man, let me tell y'all, son. If you ain't really trying unless you doing like Z and you put in at least 70 hours. I told y'all I almost hit 100, and I was mad. I was like, if I'm not gonna get sleep anyway, at least God, let me get the bragging rights of doing 100 hours in 1 week. And I was almost there. I think I did like I told y'all, like 95 or 96 hours that week. I was almost at 100. I don't suggest it, y'all. It's not good for your health. I really don't suggest it. When I say I was a zombie, I was a zombie. I was a zombie. But I don't suggest. I'm not gonna sell, no, especially you young men. I mean, if you want, but first, it's not sustainable, right? It's not sustainable. I'm telling y'all. But this selling young men, look, man, the system is effed up. Shout out to Sarge Willie Pete. He covered that on his channel. I gotta finish watching the video. And he covered the bigot white dude saying it about the boomers. Yo, y'all screwed us. Could y'all just admit that y'all screwed us and stop selling us on hustle culture? Shout out to all the Xers, the older Xers, older white Xers, and the boomers, the white boomers. Some of the black boomers too, but the white boomers. I ain't even gonna put this on black boomers. It's the white boomers and some of the older white Xers trying to sell everybody, including white dudes, on this hustle culture crap. Better you, I'm gonna need you to stop bragging. Better you said premium about 306 where I'm at. I'm gonna need you to stop bragging. Let me look back. I'm gonna tell you right now what premium is. Wait a minute. It's 439 over here. And I ain't even gonna tell you over by my job. That's why I didn't go to that one. By my job, it's 530 something or something like that. Nope. I do it if I really got to do it. I'm like, goddamn. But even then, I'll be like, am I only gonna put like about 3 gallons and then drive to the gas station, buy the crib, and do it? Joe said 507 for premium, right? I get it, Lithium, and I'm not even disagreeing with this. And Lithium says, I still think most men under 43 There you go. Okay. Most men under 43 should work 60 plus hours for their own sake and geomax and own stuff and be happy. I agree. I don't disagree with that. And get away from the gynocracy, Mr. Z, and have leverage at all times like American black women. I agree. I agree. Look, we putting gas prices down. Detroit said, Michigan 409. Jeez. Y'all, man, y'all, look, all y'all with the great. Better you said it. Well, it's after hours. Better you said shit. Time for a bicycle. Hey man, look, I'm trying to see when I'm gonna have an open panel. I wanted to do a panel tonight, but come to find out, one of my supervisors asked me to do some hours tomorrow, so I'm gonna need to sleep. But yeah, we might have to do a panel. Let's shoot for a panel Monday night or Monday afternoon. Maybe Monday afternoon. Let's shoot for a panel Monday afternoon. That's the next time I'm gonna have time to do a panel. We'll shoot for a panel and we'll just shoot the breeze and talk about whatever, and I'll be getting lit. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's shoot for, because it would have been tomorrow afternoon. Yeah. But once again, I'm doing a double tomorrow, and that wasn't part of the plan, but now it is, right? Yeah. Lithium says 360-ish near New Hampshire border. Look at y'all. Dre said it's about $5.10 a gallon, 1 liter, 135 liter where I'm at in Canada. Goddamn, Dre. Oh yeah, y'all poor by the liter. Shout out to all the countries that pay by the liter. Jesus, I could, man. But all of y'all that pay by the liter, ouch. Right? Oh yeah. Name it. I know y'all was getting gas subsidized like a mug in the Middle East. Oh yeah, I know that. Right? Better you still kill me. Shit, time for a bicycle. Better you first. Both jobs are too far for a bike, especially the side gig job. Right? That's way too far for a bike. But if both jobs were within, let's say, a 2-3 mile radius, oh yeah, I would definitely do that. Oh yeah, I would still want both cars because I like both of my cars. Like y'all know Mr. Z a carhead, so and I had this conversation with a brother, part of the Black Manosphere. I was like, I was never gonna kill myself with car payment. I have car payment, but I was never gonna kill myself with car payment. I'm not gonna be that person where you be like, Z, you can go out tonight. Nah, man, I'm paying for both cars. Yeah, I can't do it. Shout out to the people. I get it, bro. But yeah, I was never gonna do that. And plus, the cars I like the M is old. The M is 10 years old, right? And like, I really wanted the M. Y'all don't understand. I could have got the Q70, but I didn't want the Q70 front end because it's the same as the Q50's front end. I wanted the M, and I wanted the M with the aero kit, and that's the one I got. Right? Dre said, fuck a bike, I'm getting a horse. The horse might be more maintenance though, Dre. Right? But yeah, man. But back to the topic at hand. Yeah, we'll try to pull a panel on Monday afternoon, barring hopefully no pop-ups and no phone call. Because hey, rest in peace, Kevin. Shout out to all the brothers in the Black Manosphere. Mr. Z, look, I don't sell y'all hustle culture, but Mr. Z be hustling. Talk about hustling. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. But yeah, I be moving. And y'all could tell because I'm usually recording in the car. Like, no, not usually. I'm almost always recording in the car. Right? On the move. Not just recording in the car. Like, I'm standing still right now, but I'm on my way home to go to eat. Shout out to Lady Z, Miss Z. Right? Eat and then sleep. And then wake up mad early to go to the job, right? Premium gas prices, 18 cent, 450. Yeah, that's about you're right around the same price as me, 18th. Yeah, just about. 18th Sith. I'm like Bart Simpson. I'm rolling on a skateboard. But good. If I'm good, I don't like y'all already know. I drive the Z maybe once a week, once every other week. So it pretty much stays full of gas, right? It pretty much stays full of gas. If I'm going out, I usually try to tap it off. Um, like I was supposed to go to a car meet tonight, but I'm not gonna go because I need to sleep, right? For tomorrow's craziness that's gonna be tomorrow. Um, so usually, the Z stays full of gas. I don't. The Z usually doesn't get under half tank, but the M I run it through, and if I'm good, it'll last me a week. If I'm good, right? If I didn't go out of the way too much, if I didn't go to my mom and see her more than once a week, right? We're good. We're good, right? When I start doing all the extra stuff, or me and Miss Z decide to take a trip to go visit some of our friends one county out, that's it. that week of gas gone, right? Mr. Z is living a real life. We live a real life, right? And I like that's I don't look, man. I'm not gonna sell y'all on none of that. Like, when I passed what 1,000, was it 1,000 subscribers or 2,000 subscribers? For those of you that don't know the back end of YouTube, they suggest if you want to have people be members on your channel and all this other stuff, and I'm like, for what? I do commentary. I try to rep black men the best I can. I speak to brothers. I have brothers on the panel, but membership, like, I'm just one of the brothers that's just you know just giving word, like articulating what your average black man is feeling and thinking about various topics, and maybe I'm articulating it better than most, but I don't think I'm doing anything that warrants brothers needing to be members of my channel per se, right? Can that change in the future? Possibly, but in the foreseeable future, no. I just right. So like, it's weird when you see these people, and I'm tying this to the subject matter, and then they sell the lifestyle, and that's how they market the investment opportunity, right? And it just looks weird to me, and it never set right with me ever since I was a child. All of this schemy scammy stuff, it just never set right with you. Like, you can't put words to it, but it's just like I said, it's something in your spirit that's like, oh no. Something about it just yeah. Something about this. You see, Detroit's in Big Short. You see what I'm saying? Like, something don't sit right when you see certain things, and I can't articulate it because I I can't tell you what it is. It just, like I said, so it just don't sit right with my spirit when I see certain things, and it may be because I'm like tacitly admitting that I'm a novice to this stuff, so I'm like, I I'm just gonna put my money in these things, right? So you have your pension with your job, you have you know your 401k, your 457s, right? You have your life insurance with this job, then you have another life insurance policy with Primerica, you have another life insurance policy here, and then you whatever, right? And then you can maybe reverse some of this stuff in the future, et cetera, right? And you can maybe work stuff like that. But yeah, man, like, yeah. And obviously, this is real life. So one of those things could fall through, or you could get fired from this job or whatever the hell. And, some of these things could fall through. This is real, right? But when we start doing the like direct to market investment and stuff, and then you got like one of these managers or one of these people, hey, put your money in real estate like this or do this and do that, right? Can I never do, like, is it possible that I will play around with some of that stuff in the future? Maybe, but will I be selling y'all on that? Oh no. Nah. Nope. It's something about that stuff that just, it don't sit right with me when you selling people like hardcore in some of these investment opportunities. I don't know, man. I don't know. right? And it like from top to bottom, from the super professionals, like even the Bernie Madoffs, right? Who he really did work. He really did work for Wall Street back in the day before the scamming and scheming stuff, right? All the way from that to the whatever this guy name is, Pena, whatever his name. What is his name again? Let's see, because let's make sure we get that name again. Wait a minute. We got Grant Cardone and then Cesar Pena. Yeah, Cesar Pena. Yeah. And like I said, I'm gonna thank you, Namer. And I'm gonna yeah, and Dre, yeah, you're right. I need Sauchi, I need a couple of brothers. Yeah, better you, a couple of y'all that kind of, dibble and dabble with the finance and with the economy and all this. Like, yeah, Monday. We're shooting for Monday. Monday, I'll put the link up early so that we can know what time, Monday afternoon or nighttime, and we'll chop it up. Yeah, man, because yeah, and all the money, all you brothers that better, not just better you, Black Uru, CPAs and everybody, like, yeah, y'all could come up and just yeah, school Mr. Z on why I feel this way about these things. And if y'all disagree, obviously, y'all could come up and be like, Z, you just scared. Scared money don't make no money, Z. Right? So yeah, but something don't be feeling right about half of this stuff, bro. I'm not gonna say I'm never gonna get caught up in this stuff. Gamble one time and then you get caught up. But yeah, I couldn't imagine me coming up. Hey man, let me tell y'all, I got this new investment idea. Nope. Something, yeah. Yeah, Alonzo Hall, yeah. Alonzo Hall could definitely come up, right? Shout out to Alonzo. Yeah. Yeah, something don't be feeling right about this stuff. I don't know. And that's why I played what I played earlier, because it's like the system just be gaming us, right? And I regret not recording the further in the beginning of the interview with Philip Shock Matthews and Mercer Baradaran, Professor Mercer Baradaran, and what they were speaking about with the Freedmen's Bank, right? And how the Freedmen's Bank lost money, right? Was leaking money. Yeah, man. Yeah, the whole system, and especially with black people, right? Yeah, it's something don't be saying, right. I don't really have an answer. That's all I could say. Like, yeah, and I just want to warn us, for the handful of black women that listen in, and definitely for black men, that the system is built also off of taking advantage of black people's desperation, right? Thank you, let's go, right? And he says, anytime people start selling you on magic investment, it's a scam. I'm just saying, right? It just be like, oh no. And see, Naaman said, never doubt your gut. I'm just, yeah, sometimes it's like, right? And Dre says, hopefully you do a panel excuse me, hopefully you do your panel stream in the evening. I'm at my job in the daytime. I'm pretty new myself, but I'm trying to gain more knowledge. Yeah, bro. Yeah. That's the goal. That's the goal. That's what we're gonna shoot for, Dre. That's what we're gonna shoot for on Monday. And we'll just chop it up, and I'll try to email who I need to email in advance and have them come up. And yeah, is the yeah, like they say, scared money don't make no money. True. But the gambling with these scammers and schemers, and sometimes it don't even be the swaggy swags, right? Bernie Madoff wasn't a swaggy swag. 53, was it 53, 58 billion dollars? I think at one point I heard it was actually in the 60 somethings of billions of dollars. Yeah, billions, tens of billions of dollars. And he wasn't scamming like even the small time. He was scamming big time people, right? Big time people, which is half the reason why he went to prison, and end up dying in prison. But yeah, And then you, like I said, Pink Book Lessons is covering the lady, the basketball wives lady that was out here with whatever she was out here with. Then you got the Caesar Pena and DJ Envy thing going on. You got DJ I'm not saying DJ Jay Morrison thing going on. Allegedly. I don't want to get in trouble. With everything I just said allegedly. But yeah, man, like yeah, man. This thing is yo. I'm telling you that it's like the system is built off of. Oh, wait a minute! It looks like you're desperate over there, huh? And it looks like you're desperate, and you got a couple of dollars. Let me get that money up off you. You look like you're looking to invest some of that money, huh? Right? Oh, I did not know that. In Nemesis, Elizabeth Holmes, that's the Theranos schemer scammer blood lady, the test your blood lady, and actually the machine didn't work the way she said it worked, and yeah, that lady. And Nemesis, Elizabeth Holmes' father is Chris Holmes, one of the execs of Enron. Yeah. I did hear that before. I did hear that. Yeah. I did hear that. I guess the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. That does it. Same thing with Buddy Rowe, that everybody was wanted to be like. What's the name of the swole ass dude that always wear the super short shorts and he always walking around with his shirt off, right? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Oh my god, what is his name? Beard. I want to say is he an older millennial or a younger Xer? Y'all know who I'm talking about. What is his name? The 6x6 Benz truck. Does he own a Bugatti too? I can't remember his if he owned a Bugatti. What is his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. And all the white guys want to be like him. All the young, because he always got the picture with all the girls, and the bikinis, and he walk around here with the short shorts, and on the yacht. Oh, I forgot his name. Anyway, him, because I heard his dad is overseas somewhere, can't come back to the U.S. because he got in trouble on some schemer scammer stuff too. Right? Dan Blazarian. Thank you, Naaman. Thank you. Dan Blazarian. Yes. Yeah, grab second grab second gear. But yeah, yeah. Dan Blazarian. Yeah, his dad too. Bro, say Chelsea Clinton husband dad got in trouble for some stuff back in the day too. I'm telling y'all, like, I think this is the way to make money in the U.S. You got to be scheming and scamming, or selling dope, selling hope, selling, taking advantage of people somehow. Right? Jesus Christ. Mr. Z, you live in a square ass life. What you doing? You trying to do it the quote unquote right way. Working hard, working 77 hours, taking years off of your life. Hey, what can I sell y'all? What can I scam y'all on? Hey, look, I'm Mr. Z gonna start a GoFundMe for a mechanic shop and run out the back door with the money on y'all ass. Oh man, Jesus. Apparently that's the way to do it. I got it all wrong. I'm over here working for real. Right? Got my money coming in slow and towards the end of my life with retirement and all the pension and the 401ks and the 457s. I'm doing it the wrong way. I need to be scheming and scamming something. Apparently. Right? I need to take advantage of other people's desperation. Right? Let me see. I'm part of the Black Manosphere, so what can I sell y'all on? I could sell y'all. Ooh, I know what I could sell y'all on. Cooperative black women. I could sell y'all on cooperative black women if you just buy my course for $888.88. See what GC said? Slow money suckers. Right? You buy my course for $88.88. Right? For the low price of $88.88, and I could sell you. It don't matter what she look like, whether you want the light skin, the high yellows, to the darker skin, whether you want the 3C hair, the 4C hair, the broader noses, right, the more aquiline features, but on a black woman, guess what? 88, and I could sell you how to get cooperation from black women. College educated, you want her a little bit more hood, you want her a little bit more snark, you want her completely Stepford wife. It don't matter. 88. Exactly, GC. You see what I'm saying, GC? Buy Z course. Buy Z's course. Man. Jesus. That's what I gotta do. I'm gonna start selling y'all on cooperative black women and how to get them to be cooperative. No, screw that. I'm gonna just sell the cooperative black women. I'm not gonna sell you how to get them to be cooperative. I'm gonna just sell y'all something that. How do I say it? You know it's kind of unbelievable, but you still hoping, and it won't necessarily break you, so you're willing to spend the money. There go the formula right there. That's why it's 88, because it won't break you to spend almost $100. And there's a little bit of hope in there, and I'm gonna sell y'all on the hope that I can sell y'all cooperative women that look like Lupita or Rihanna or whatever you looking for. 90s Mariah Carey, right? Early 90s Whitney Houston, whatever you looking for, right? Just one thing, A. Marie, whatever you looking for, whether she's darker skin black, or whether she's light skinned with the forehead like Rihanna. All them light skinned girls, slim light skinned girls got foreheads. Stop playing, y'all know it's true. Stop it, right? Yeah, it's Sade, exactly. We can still Stefco, yeah. For all of y'all that like Stefco, we're not gonna make fun of y'all. We get you a cooperative, less depressed Stefco, right? Right, Dre said, careful you don't catch a human trafficking case. For real though, for real. Better you said, hey Marie, take my money, Z. For all of you Gen Z, y'all don't know. Like, A. Marie was the little cute chick out of the DMV area. Is she Korean black mix? Or I think she's Korean black mix. I don't think she's Japanese black. Is she Korean black mix, right? She's not Chinese black mix. I want to say Korean black mix. And she actually did cover, by the way, she covered of Boys and Men, by the way. So y'all, yeah, she got a book club, she got a son, she doing her thing, right? Yeah. For those of you that don't know, little cute sister out of the DMV, Asian black mix. Yeah, little cutie, right? Hey, Detroit, Detroit said April Mason Starfire. So, and for all of you that's your speed. Your speed is a younger. What is her name again? Oh my God, I'm trying to. Oh my God, her face is right there. Samore, a younger Samore, right? April Mason and Samora kind of got that same general look-ish thing going on. For those of you that's your speed, right? The 80s build woman, the woman with the hips, and she got the shorter haircut, right? A little. That's why I said a younger Samora or the younger April Mason. We selling them. We got the course. A more cooperative, whatever the hell, right? Yeah, Nema said Korean and Ados. Yeah, that's what I thought. Dre said I'm Blackanese. Right? Dre said most of these ninjas would take Keisha if she's nicer. And I don't, you know what? Ain't nothing wrong with that, Dre. If she was nice, as a matter of fact, that's the problem, that she's not nice. Black women really don't know how easy they have it, Dre. They don't know. They really don't appreciate if they were just a little bit nicer. if they just weren't the complete and total assholes, mean, snarky, condescending women they are now. If they turned that dial back from 15 to like 8 to, you know what, to 7, right? Understand, I didn't say 5. I didn't even say 2. I'm around black men. If they would just turn it down to 7, they done broke the knob. They all the way at 15 and 20 and 100. Nah, on a scale of 1 to 10, most black men that I've come across, if black women were at a 7 in snarkiness, black men would sign up. Oh, she a 7? Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it all day. She occasionally gonna curse me out. I get cursed out once every 9 months. Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm not saying it's right. Understand, Mr. Z's not advocating. I'm saying what is, and most of y'all know Mr. Z telling the truth. Negroes will take a black woman at a 7 of snarkiness. A 7 out of 10, oh, they take it all day. Right? She blow up only 9 on month 9 out of 12 months. Oh yeah, they'll take it. Right? GC, we said we got to up our standards. You're right. I'm not, once again, GC, I am not advocating. I'm not saying whether this is right or wrong. I'm saying we all know our brothers, our cousins, our nephews, our uncles, maybe even our own goddamn dad, our own sons. We know that most of them would take 7 out of 10 on the snarkiness scale. Oh yeah, they'll take it. They'll take it all day, every day. They'll take it all day, right? And that lets you know how the mighty have fallen, how far black women are. Negroes ain't even Negroes on the low. They might be asking for a 2 out of the snarkiness, or a 3, maybe a 4. But let's be honest, these niggas will take 7. These niggas will take 7. These niggas will take 8. And we all know it. That's the sad part. We all know it. Right? Detroit said they eat the booty later on. Look, if niggas is eating the box out for women that broke the damn knob on the snarkiness and being an asshole. If she was a 7, niggas would let her, man, her pube hairs would melt in their goddamn freaking mustache. How hard they would let her ride their face. I'm just saying. Who want to tell Z he wrong? This is Z after hours, by the way. Who wants to tell Z that he's wrong? I'm just saying. Like I said, so GC said goofy shit. It is goofy, right? You know, when you listen to Chrissy speak and you listen to Yanni speak, when you listen to how many of us even respond to Ostefco, niggas look like I critique Ostefco, right? Because I find her witty. Like, if she wasn't so depressed and whatever, and like all that whatever she got going on, right? I'm not really physically attracted to her, but like the humor and like the way, like, you know, I grew up with women like that, so I'm kind of, you know, used to that. Niggas like Ostefco, right? Like, when you see how black men respond to black women, we love black women. That's why I'd be so annoyed when I hear them talking all this colorism talk. Shut your ass up. I promise you, I just want to tell Chrissy to shut the hell up. Bitch, if you wasn't so goddamn miserable, you would have a black husband by now. You want to call us insufferable, Mitch? I know it's you. I know it's you, Chrissy. I'm around black men all day. I know it's you. And Dre said, Ostefko's adjustable for, and Ostefko could have a husband tomorrow if she wasn't on this weirdo crap that she's on now. She could have a black husband tomorrow. Even knowing her situation, with her not being able to give birth, niggas would still marry her and they'll just adopt the kid. That's how I know it's her. Right? Exactly, better you. Cue that name a quote about girls that always want doggy style. I'm telling y'all, man. That's how I know. I know it's not black. Even Chrissy, she slipped up when she said it. I need to go back and find that stream so I could clip that. Right? It's about a month old now or something like that. Yeah, it's about a month, maybe. No, it's more than a month old. It's more than a month old. Right? Yeah, it's about 2 months old, maybe. Nah, longer than that. God damn, Mr. Z. Get a hold of the time, Mr. Z. Yeah. Even she said it. Oh, black men are easy to get. Well, it's just insufferable when you get them. No, Chrissy, you're the insufferable one. I know black men. Your issue with black men is that they didn't make you and other black women rich white women. I know black men. Black men love black women. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. I would like to direct y'all to when he was speaking to the brothers about black women, and you heard black men sound like a bunch of people with Stockholm syndrome. No, but I love her though. Don't worry, dear black women, we're gonna keep on letting y'all talk on the internet. And eventually, y'all gonna just say, "Okay, it's just us," right? I'm just saying. So, on that note, everybody, we will pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. We went way off topic. But like I said, y'all be careful for the scammers and the schemers taking advantage of our desperation. And I mean that across the board. I mean, even Z, me, myself. If y'all hear me start, like I said to y'all before, I'm going to put it out there, just like Jason Black put it out there years ago. If y'all hear me start going off the reservation too far, y'all tell me in the comments. Y'all tell me when I open up the panel. Y'all hear how Mr. Z sound. I giggle like a schoolgirl. I laugh at a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Y'all see I'm sometimes I'm scatterbrained. The Mr. Z drift, which is pretty much the BGS drift, but on my channel. All of that. Detroit said, eat 'em, sleep, smash, and repeat. But for real though. Right? But and look, this schemy America. Welcome to America. And I just want us to be careful for the people that take advantage of our desperation. They know we want to win. They know we want to see other black people win. Black people want to see other black people win. Black men want to see other black men win. Right? When I was white collar, when I would walk, sometimes we would go to lunch, and we would go into a Publix, which is our grocery store, and we would go to the deli part of Publix, and you would just you would have random middle-aged black women stop you. I like the way you're dressed, young man. Keep up the good work. They don't even know what you do for a living. They just see you in a blazer, with a skinny tie on, tapered, looking nice, and they would compliment you and your boy, and like, black people like to see other black people win. I agree. Willie D said that, or said something similar when he was on the Breakfast Club years ago, when he was responding to Charles Barkley, bum ass, and he said that, like, no, black people aren't jealous about black people winning. Black people love seeing other black people win. And I agree with that. I'm not saying we don't have jealous elements, haters. I'm not saying that we don't have intra-racial haters, but black people generally like to see other black people win. And there are and there are people that know that, and they take advantage of our desperation. They take advantage of that. Both black people within the black community and non-black people, right? Remember the Asian dude that Boyce Watkins was working with that was like, yeah, when Boyce Watkins turned on the tears, when he started crying, I just watched the number started going up, or whatever he said, right? You got Grant Cardone, you got Gary Vee, you got, man, you got black women keep on getting caught up scheming and scamming other black women, right? Then now you have, black people and black men and some Latinos getting caught up scamming black men and other Latinos. Right? So that's all I'm saying. And on that note, everyone, this is what Mr. Z, just stream of consciousness, a bit of ranting, a bit of, talking about these goddamn gas prices. And let me stop. Look, I just been sitting in the car with the AC on, and it done dropped to 22 miles. All right, let me go put my gas in my car. All right, y'all. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Paradox, where you at? I thought we were supposed to have a car stream. Talking about cars. And y'all let Paradox know. I said we were supposed to have a car stream. I don't know what happened to the goddamn car stream. And I'll let y'all know when that's supposed to happen, if it ever happens. Whether it's gonna be on my channel or whether it's gonna be on the Code Breakers channel. Shout out to DC and Paradox from Code Breakers. And I'll let y'all know when that's supposed to happen, so we can get our automotive talk on and talk muscle car versus import versus Eurosport versus EVs, etc., etc., etc. Yeah. And the rise of the Chinese EVs. For those of y'all that don't know, China don't sell any EVs here in the US yet that I know of, but they are making some big headway in other countries, right? So yeah. And we'll pause right there. And y'all have a great, great, great rest of your night. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content, and Mr. Z out. Detroit. Dr. Umar, Mr. Freeze, hysterical. All right, y'all. Mr. Z out.